because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And some room to work. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
Mariota to throw it this time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, It's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. On play action, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go now. Back at it up, Philly. Here we go.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Being chased out left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here we go now.
Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He gets it complete to Latimer. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Derrick Henry, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
on second down. Here's Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Well, now they'll try the end around. Spinning away, and now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They'll got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Davis. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to the ground now. It's Henry fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Good play action, hit them over the top.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Titans getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Mariota now on second down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Mariota now from the 50. Uncorks one for Davis. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Hurry up, here we go.
Mahomes now on first down. Hauled in here, Caldwell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. Now he'll escape to his right, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They run with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first down carry for Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Henry. Finding room inside the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration, I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
On 3rd down, it's Harris. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They will bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Buying time to his left. And some room to roam now. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. slot man moves right. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. The tight end changing his position. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They run the counter now on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the pressure. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kamale Correa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 24 yards. A give to Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now Mahomes, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Watch it now, Green, 39. Black line.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall.